Hey, welcome to Plants and Produce. I'm Andy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. And just because, we're getting all hip and groovy now, apparently we have a TikTok channel that you could go off and have a look at. Hang on, not yet. Go off later and have a look. Just come in a minute. Sit a while. Just work out what we're doing. So, this week we're going to be going to 8 different farmers markets. So we're just going to, again, just try some little quirky stuff, try some a little bit different. So what we decided to do is we have lots of different lettuces at the moment. So we've got a plastic bowl. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some stuff in it. And what I have is I have some butter lettuces. I have some different type of cos lettuce. We have a frilly variety lettuce. We have a different frilly variety lettuce. This is a fancy mixed one. Another butter lettuce. We have what they call a Super Jericho cos lettuce, which will grow really big. So what we thought we'd do is we thought we'd start off and we would put right in the centre. We'll put a cos, and then we'll probably put a little butter lettuce around here, and we'll go for a couple of these are two in this one, so we'll go for a couple of little frilly lettuces. Let's be symmetrical and put another butter lettuce on this side. As we go around, put another lettuce in this one, and we'll finish it off with another cos lettuce. So what we'll do is we'll fill up all the gaps. And then we have an instant salad bowl like this. So the reason I did it this way is because it's better to have the lettuce like this on the outside, and then cause the middle bit is going to be taller, and then it's really good of where this parts are. So we'll hang this up and we'll give it a water in a minute. So then the other thing that we're going to do to take to the market is some slightly different stuff. We've been selling individual herbs now, but I've still got quite a few left, and people keep asking for a range of herbs. So we've got a much bigger, deeper bowl this time because the herbs will last a lot longer. With your standard mix that I use. Then one of the bigger ones will be the sage, and then I didn't put this on the video last time because they were not very big, but as my elder brother mentioned that I missed off Sage the Owl on the herb video, this is specifically for you. And the other one he got, talked to me about was calling him older. Well, technically there is 17 days of the year when I am exactly the same age of him, but he can't handle the pressure of being the same age as me, so then he has a birthday and turns older. So then we'll go for some oregano. And because this one will split out a bit, I'll just filter this down a little bit. It's just there somewhere. There we go. Just so it's got some more leaves in it. And then let's put some chives. some of these have really got a good root ball into these things, and they take a little while just to get them out. How many more have we got? Okay. Let's go for a cilantro. Again, this for cilantro, where it's going to be a cut and come again, I probably don't need that much cilantro in it. So we'll just save that one for later. Put it in the side here. And then I put a basil, for basil. And then we have a parsley, which is very similar to cilantro in the curly leaf, but it's completely different. And again, this is probably a bit too much for parsley, so we'll just break it down a little bit. Put it in this side. And same procedure. Pack it down nice and tight. And then basically what we have, and we'll put the labels back in so people know what they are, but basically we have an instantaneous herb garden. Even if you have nowhere to put herbs or to grow herbs, you can hang them in a basket, hang them wherever you want, as long as it's not in direct sunlight, and they will just grow and grow. The biggest issue you have with most of these herbs, particularly on the basil, is it will do what we call do-you-sane on us. What it will do is it'll get too hot and it will bolt away from earth and it will start flowering. Providing you keep it pinched down and keep it bushing out and a thing, then it should maintain. So we will pack up a few more of these and we will take them to the farmers market this Friday evening, and we will see how we go, and we will let you know. So here we are, set up at another farmers market, just getting ready. Took us about 15-20 minutes to get everything set up. We will see how we go here. It's not looking very busy at the moment, but it doesn't open until at least 4 anyway, so we've still got at least another 20 minutes before it's even open. So we set up a lot quicker than we thought we were going to. So we'll see how we go and we'll talk later. Hey, so welcome back. So we got back from Borga, Texas last night. We got back quite late. It was about 9:30. It was an evening market. We did pretty good. We did better than we did in the other market that we went to. There still really wasn't a lot of people, but really nice people, really appreciated what we had to sell. So some of the stuff we'll talk about is what we sold. So the herb garden stuff sold extremely well. A lot of the tomatoes in buckets, a lot of the peppers certainly went out the door. The fresh tomatoes that we were picking all last week to take with us, they went within 5 minutes, so that's certainly something we need to do in the future. The next market we're probably going to go to is in a couple of weeks, and we're probably going to go to Amarillo and give that one a shot and see how we do there. Didn't sell very many hanging baskets, which I thought they look really pretty. We thought we would have sold a few more than that. Didn't sell the bubblegum one that my daughter likes, which is okay, so she gets to keep that for at least another week. So we'll just have a quick walk around the greenhouse and we'll have a look about what we've got. So sold a couple of the pepper trays, so we're down to like 3 left now, but they're really starting to come into their own now. I mean, the banana peppers are really starting to come on strong now, and there's peppers on every single plant just about. What didn't sell was these really pretty little lettuces. We sold 4 or 5 of them, but I know they're easy to grow, but people just don't seem to want them. So we'll keep these and we'll probably do some salad mixes with them. As I said, the herb garden went really well, so we'll make up 5 or 6 more of those. We're getting pretty restricted on what herbs I actually have left. I still have some cilantro and some thyme and some sage left, but I made a mistake with the sage. I didn't pinch it out, so I have more sage to grow because it takes so long to grow to become a plant. That what you usually do is pinch the top out and then put it in water till it starts rooting, and then you start another plant and you just continue. Well, my main stock plant I've got rid of right now, so we'll just have to continue and see what we can do with what we have left. Basil going really well, peppers are going really well. Sunflowers are now over 6 foot high in here, and the sunflowers outside have really started to flower. So strawberries are starting to really come into their own now, even though my daughter and my wife don't like them much because they're pretty sweet. As you can see, my next set of herbs are already growing away as they are. We've got the chives, coriander, basil up here. We've got some more flat leaf parsley and some more cilantro at the top. And we've got some more growing down here, which is parsley and coriander. This is what I was talking about with the sage. What you do is you pinch the top out and just put it in water and then let it start sprouting. We've got some more rosemary growing here. We'll start putting this into more individual pots before we keep going. Catnip is still going extremely well. These are the plants that we harvested a little while ago, so I mean they need trimming back again already. Pepper plants again, the cayenne peppers are really coming into their own now. They're starting to flower up extremely good. My little chanterelle melon, the first of the first, is starting to go. The next one is up in here, so it will get going. We've got another one up there. We've got another 2 or 3 up here. Over here, these are the Sweet Million cherry tomatoes, and as you can see, they really do live up to their name of how many tomatoes they have. These 3 plants or 6 plants I have in buckets here. I normally cut back and trim them back, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just let these go wild, just to see what happens on how many tomatoes these things can actually produce, because at the moment on every single vine there is just loaded and loaded with tomatoes, and providing you keep it heavily watered, fed, and you keep picking off the red ones, it will just keep going. So the other thing is, talk about, you know, successes and failures. Well, I don't have many failures because I'm super awesome, and why would I have any failures? So the big thing is, like this one down here, this is a transplant of cauliflowers. As you can see, every single one transplanted perfectly. But on the flip side, the cabbages didn't do so well. But again, it's cabbages. It's not exactly the nicest stuff. What are you going to do? Make cabbage soup? So I'm not too bothered if these don't. I've got another 60 to 70 cabbages growing out the back right now. So we'll wrap this video up. and we will talk to you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. One other thing, we will do an add-on every week about how well the sunflowers are doing. Like we talked about last week, the American giants were about 5 foot. At the moment we're up around the 6.5 foot now, so they're really getting up there. The apricot daisies are still coming out really well. We have our first decent panache. I won't focus in on this because there's a spider right in the middle, and I know how much my daughter loves spiders, so I can already see her backing away as we speak. One other thing, this morning I was concerned about some of the small vegetables that we've got growing seem to be eaten, and I found out why this morning. Because there was a tortoise or a turtle in our garden wandering around mowing on the vegetables, which they will put a picture on that, as he didn't want to come out of his shell, otherwise I'd have killed him. Really, I love little